I have simply, can you see my screen correct? I am entering google.com. Okay, when I enter google.com, so what is going to happen here? As soon as you enter a google.com in a browser, you are sending a request to google.com server. After that, server is responding you back. So server is responding with some of the data, and then the data we need to see on the browser. So if you go to the inspect over here, and let's see the console, and let's see the network tab. Okay, when you enter google.com in the browser, click on enter. Okay, see here what is going to happen. So it is going to click on the google.com, and then it is going to get a response over here. So what response you are getting? You are getting some HTML and CSS, HTML, JavaScript, all the response. After this, what you are seeing? See here, copy this one and paste it in the URL. What you are getting? You are getting Google image. So which is this image? Okay, which is this image? So I am showing my screen. I am showing my screen. Okay. After this, if you see here, there are multiple images. Copy, link address. If you provide this thing, you are getting this hand image. So from where this image is showing, if you see this google.com, where is that image? Just see where is that image. Here is that image. So all these images are getting downloaded to the browser, as well as a HTML code is getting downloaded. So once all this code downloaded to your browser, it will execute in the browser. Okay. So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, whenever you're writing, what happens is like it won't execute on the server. It will just download to the client machine. So for this client machine or the client browser, which you are where you are trying to execute google.com. So in this browser, I'm executing google.com. So this browser will receive all the HTML code, CSS code, JavaScript code, and images and everything, and then it will show on this web page. Okay, it is showing on the web page. So in this client machine, in this browser, all this code is coming. See here, what is the HTML code? All the HTML code is coming, and it is displaying on the HTML. So this is called a client-side programming language. Nothing but whenever a program that is coming to the client mission on the client browser or client place, and once it download, it executes on the client side, then this is called client side programming language. HTML, CSS, JavaScript are going to be client side programming languages. Now, so if you see this google.com, okay, how these elements are placed and how the elements are, how the page design is happening, and everything we are going to see with HTML and CSS. So HTML hypertext markup language, what happens is, by using this markup language, how a data is going to display on the browser, how an data is going to be display on the browser, that is defined with HTML. See here, there is a image where image need to present. There is a input where a user is going to provide some input. There is an image over here. There is a link over here. There is one more image. There is one more image. So when you click on these images, it is going to google.com images. Okay. So it is trying to navigate to the one page to other page. Okay. These links. and then you have some buttons. Once you click on this button, what need to happen and where it is presented. So all these things we are going to define by using google.com. Yes, I can able to see your messages. Krishna. So I'm giving the basic starting before client-side programming language and how HTML page is going to display on the browser and execution. Okay, this is some basic concepts. So I'm sharing my screen and I'm executing the things over here. Okay, now, now, so how this element HTML in this google.com page, how each and every data is presented. Okay, that we are going to do with HTML. Okay, now let's go to start our program. So how we are going to create a HTML page and where we are going to execute. Okay, a HTML page can be created by using any normal editor. By using a notepad, you can create windows, you can create from notepad itself, and then you can create a program. So how can we execute the program? So any browser we can execute the program. Okay, so how to save that file? So I am going to create this as an, I have an empty file, I want to create an HTML file and execute it. So to create an HTML page, we need to save with .html or .htm is the extension we are going to use. Okay. So by using those two things, we are going to create a HTML page. So I am saving this thing. My page is created. Okay. Okay. And then whenever HTML page is created, so what are all the data is going to be presented in an HTML page? Okay, what all the data is going to presented in HTML page? So HTML page, we have a clear structure when you are trying to create a HTML. So what is that clear structure? HTML page has to start with first thing as doc type. Okay, we are going to have a doc type. So what is this document? So we are going to call as a document type. Okay, we are going to call it as a document type. So what is this document type? So document type is nothing but we are going to create, we are going to tell to the execution page what type of HTML you are going to execute on the browser. Okay, what type of HTML page we are going to execute on the HTML page. So the syntax is doc type HTML. It may be small HTML or it may be caps HTML. So this first line tells to the browser what type of HTML we are going to execute. As of now, we are going to execute HTML5 page. So the syntax for HTML5 is doc type HTML. Okay. So HTML created, HTML journey started from 1980s onwards. Okay. So once it is created, doc type is case sensitive, but we can use DOC type. We should use DOC type as a capital letters to make sure W3 org standards. So we have W3 org standard written by World Wide Web Organization. They have some set of rules and regulation how to create an HTML page. Okay, so by using those standards, doc type should be capital letters. You can create both, but you need to have capital letters. Okay. it will be recognized. But if you go to the w3 arg, then we are going to have a small warning messages. It's not an error. So doc type is not an error. Doc type will not give any error if you are writing capital letters or small letters. So capital letters is a standard provided by the W3 org, W3, the World Wide Web Organization. So that's reason it's better to use capital letters. Okay. Okay. And then, so this doc type HTML tells to the browser saying that what type of HTML page we are going to execute. If I execute this thing, I can see the output. As of now, there is no output. I can't see anything. Okay, if you go to the inspect and go to the doc type, here you can see this HTML is automatically converted, and you can see HTML head body. Even you have not provided, okay, even you have not provided anything on your HTML page, you are seeing HTML head body. Okay, HTML head and body. Why it is coming? Because the basic HTML rule is like we are going to have mainly three parts of HTML. Okay, first one is HTML. It tells to the browser, I am going to start an HTML page. I am going to start an HTML page. And then in HTML, we are going to have mainly two parts. One is the head section. I am going to have body section. Okay, I'm having head section. I'm having body section. So what is the head section and what is the body section? Head section is nothing but whenever you are trying to execute any HTML page, what are all the files required, what are all the CSS files, what are all the JavaScript files, what are all the basic information which is needed to execute, and that information should not be displayed on a HTML page. Those things we are going to have in head section. And coming to body section, we are going to have what are all the information we are going to have, what are all the information which is going to display it on the browser. Those things we are going to have in body section. Okay, so coming to head HTML head section, we are going to have a title. So title, only title which is going to display on the browser, but that is not going to display on the browser. That is going to display on the tab information. If you see one.html, if I'm providing here my first program, that is going to display over here. So if you see the google.com, they have mentioned Google. Okay, so we have a Google. You can mention Google over here. So this is the information we are going to get by using the head section. We have couple of things on the head section, mainly those we are going to call meta tags. So by using this meta tag, we have couple of options here. By using meta tags, we can able to provide mainly who is the author of this web page, and we are going to provide couple of options saying that meta keywords, descriptions, and all those things. So these information mainly used for regarding the HTML page for Google or Yahoo or any search engine optimization purpose. So by using these meta keywords, search engines will be getting all the information and it is going to display on the page. Give me 1 minute. I'm seeing couple of questions. See, without doc type you can write, without HTML you can write, without head you can write, without body you can write HTML page. But whatever we are going to have, whatever we are going to write, we are going to write in a structured manner. Okay, we are going to write in a structured manner. So why we are studying first class, second class, third class, and why we are going to engineering and everything? So why can't we go to engineering directly without studying everything? Why we are not doing those things? We have some certain rules and regulations to create everything. If you want to create without any head section, body sections, we can use it. But here you need to understand doc type HTML is HTML5. So there are multiple doc types which are mainly for HTML4 version, HTML strict 4 version, strict mode, as well as frame set mode and couple of modes. Okay. So by using those things, HTML page will render. Okay, if you see, have you ever used older Windows machines which is having IE7 and IE8? There you will see all these issues. Okay, there you will find all these issues. So here meta type character set UTF-8 means, so it tells to the browser in UTF-8 what are all the characters are available. Those things can be used in this HTML page. Okay, those things will be used in HTML page. Okay, fine. And then we have a couple of meta tags. We are going to have meta, and then as I told, by using meta tags, what I told, we are going to have couple of things. Those are like I can able to provide some information, who is the author, as well as who is the person who created the HTML page, and a couple of keywords we can able to provide, as well as I can provide couple of other informations also. Okay, so what are all those informations? Just we will see here in meta tags. So if you see here, if I want to provide the name of this meta tag HTML page, I can provide meta name, okay, description, and then I can provide content. I can provide content saying that my first Google page. And then I have a couple of meta tags, meta name, keywords, Google search engine, and like this you can provide. So what is the difference between description and the keyword? So the meta name, keywords and description are mainly used to provide SEO optimization. So what is an SEO? Search engine optimization. When you go to the google.com, okay, you will try to search for something over here. Okay, when you search something, okay, when you search something, what is going to happen? If I search something, so Google will provide all the information which is related to this website. So how it is going to provide? Because it is going to provide, Google will continuously read all the meta keywords and descriptions of the web pages which is coming into the live, and then which is going to the world wide web, and those will store in those databases. And then whenever you are trying to find exact keywords in the Google search engine, those keywords will map to the this keywords section. So When both are matched at that time, again Google will do some internal analysis and it will try to do which one need to come first, how many days the web page is available, and all these things will try to analyze, and you will get the results on the web page. Okay, so like this we are going to have meta name description as well as meta name keywords. Okay, and you can provide your name also when you are going to do meta name as an author. I can provide my name because I am the person who is creating it. Okay, so UTF-8 is nothing but whenever you are trying to, what are all the languages, what are all the character sets, what are all the characters are available in the world. So those we have Unicode characters defined. Okay, so all those characters can be used to can be used to display some HTML page. Okay, that is the UTF-8. Yes, as a like computer, if you are having zeros and one, computer can understand zeros one only. But UTF-8 and there are couple of character set. So based on those character set, you can able to display current HTML page. And this is about this meta data. We have multiple meta content we will see in later. Okay, then coming to the body section. So body section, what we are going to have a body section. Whenever we are trying to provide some, whenever you are trying to provide some Google homepage, so what all the data is available? I have some link, I have some image, I have input, I have button, I have some text over here. So how this data is displayed on the HTML page, we are going to have in the body section. If you see here, I have Gmail and images and some image. Okay, this is apps image, and then I have image, I have text box. How this data is displayed on the browser? So each and every data we are going to display on a HTML page, those things we need to write over here. So before going to this one, so whatever we are going to write in HTML, we are going to call as them as a tags or elements. So what is a tag or element? So HTML recognize what data I am going to write on HTML page by using a less than and then tag name and then that's symbol. This is going to be the starting. Okay, so this tag tells to the browser what type of information I am going to render on the HTML page. And then we need to have a, once that information is ended, we need to provide tag name like this. So if you see here till now, except doc type, remaining all are having a structure. We have HTML, which tells to the browser, this HTML element tells the browser, I am going to execute HTML. And then head section, it tells all these elements, all these tags mainly used to render HTML page without any display content on the browser. And then body section will be having all the content which is going to display. So like this, every HTML element we are going to write with some tag name. So tag name tells what type of information we are going to display on browser. Okay, now the first thing, how a text is displayed. You can write a text like anything. You can write any text on the sample page. So if you write anything on this browser, you can see the output, you can get the output. Okay. So if you see in this google.com, you have multiple text and images we are having and some links we are having. So how all this information is displayed. So we have different tags are used to display the content. And this first thing we are going to see in HTML page, if you are writing any text, those are having a fixed font size and the color. Color will be always in the black by default, and we have a fixed size of the font. Okay, so how can I change fonts like headings and I want to display some heading message, I want to display some normal message and everything. How can we differentiate? So we have mainly 6 heading tags from H1 to H6. Okay, H1 to H6. So as I said, each and everything will be enclosed by starting tag and ending tags. It tells what is the starting and what is the ending. So this is H1 text. This is to text. If I execute these things, you can see H1 is coming in very big font and then you have a bold size, and H2 is going to be some little. So like this, we have H1 to H6 predefined sizes defined by HTML page. H3, H4, H5 and H6. H5, H6. If I execute these things, you can see H1 to H6 text in different sizes and different width. So here you can see each and everything, it is some, it may be around 46 pixel or something. So let's see what is the, so if you want to inspect the element, you can just inspect the element, you can see what is the size. So here we have a font size in 2 em. Here if you go and if you see the inspect element, you have 0.67 em. So like this, we have couple of sizes for each and every HTML H1 to H6 tags, and those will be assigned to the tags, and those are going to display on the browser. So we have a font weight, bold, and all these things display block. Okay, so these HTML tags will come with a predefined set of rules. Those rules will be applied to H1 to H6 tags, and you can able to see the text. So meta tags are mainly used to provide some information regarding the HTML page. Okay, those are not going to display on the HTML page. Those are just used to provide some information like who is the author and what type of information you are going to display. So you are going to provide character set UTF-8, and then you are going to have who is the author, and then you are going to have some description and keywords. So mainly used for SEO, search engine optimization, where you are trying to find some Google, something from the Google or Yahoo or any search engines. So these are all the data which used by the search engines. Those will be stored on those search engine sites, and from those links we are going to get the information, and our web pages are going to come in the HTML page in the output. Okay, that's the reason we are going to have meta. We have a couple of meta keywords. Those things we will see later. We have few more couple of meta keywords, we are metadata we are having. Okay, so then we have seen H1 to H6 providing some font size. And then if you see in this Google page, so I have a google.com and Google images, and then I have emails and everything. So how these are coming on a HTML page. So if you see here, I'm copying the image address. I'm copying the image. I wanted to display some image on my HTML page. So how can I display an HTML page? So I can display an image by using image tag. So by using image, I can able to display an image. But previously I have told any HTML element is with a starting tag and ending tag. Okay. So few of the HTML elements don't have ending tag. If they don't have ending tag, we need to enter them, like we need to write like this, so that it tells it is a, it don't have a end tag, the end tag also defined over. Now, so coming to image, so previously an HTML h1 tags, we are providing content between the start tag and end tag. That is good. But here there is no content. There is a image which need to take from outside the HTML page and need to display. So for this reason, we are going to have HTML is come up with a concept that is called attributes. Okay, come up with a concept called attributes. So what is an attribute? An attribute tells to the HTML element or tag name, it tells, provide, it used to provide some extra functionality to the HTML tag or element. Okay, so attributes are mainly used to provide some extra functionality, extra features. Okay, so meta tags, there are a couple of tags which we don't need to end the tag because the content is already available in the meta HTML tag itself. We are not providing outside the tag. So that season we are going to have these things. So if you see SRC, if you see the name and content, these are all the HTML attributes. So these attributes are going to provide some extra information or what type of information it is going to present on the HTML tags. Those things we are going to have in this attributes. So attributes are mainly used to provide, attributes are used to provide some information about the HTML tag names. Okay, so now I have an image. So I need to get an image and display on the browser. So I have copied that image correct from google.com. I'm providing the path. So SRC means the path. So I'm going to display some image from some source. What is the source? I'm taking from the google.com itself. I'm going to get this. If I execute my out page, you can see there is a Google image coming over here. Okay, there is a Google image coming over here. Okay, so like this, we can able to provide an image on the Google page. Okay, as I said, if you see this google.com and our page, there is a difference. The image size is different. So how we can reduce, how you can minimize the image size, how can you make it is a clean way. So as I said, HTML attributes are mainly used to provide some extra functionality, extra information to the tag name. So for this image, we have couple of HTML attributes. Those are width and height. So attributes having a predefined key and value we are going to provide. So SRC is a key. So HTML attributes are with key and value pair. So we have key and value. We can have a number of attributes for an HTML element. So if you see here for this image, I have SRC. I can provide width. I can provide height. So by providing width, it tells how much width I need to display. 300 pixels. How much height I need to display? 75 pixels. If I execute this thing, you can see image is coming with 300 pixels and 75 pixels. So now what is the pixel over here? Okay, what is the pixels? If you go to your computer, okay, so if you go to your display, what we are going to have? Your screen is displayed based on the pixels. Okay, see here, what is my current pixel? It is 1640 by 1050 pixels. Okay, so your screen is with 1680 pixels on horizontal and vertical 1050. So based on these pixels, your data is displayed. The same way, if you see here, if I provide 1680 pixels over here, see here, my Google image is placed in 1680 pixels. Okay, because my screen size as of now, I am seeing my screen size as 1680 pixel. So I want to assign the total area with google.com image. So even the image is not that much size, it will expand the image and it will show 1680 pixels. Okay, so that's reason we are going to have 1680 pixels, or we can mention in percentage. So 100 percentage, it takes how much percentage you are having, your screen is having, that much percentage it will show you the image. If you provide 100 percentage, see here, you can see 100 percentage of a image. Okay, if you provide 50 percentage, you can see 50 percentage of the screen, the Google image. Okay, this is a 15 percentage of the browser. So like this, we are going to have images. Okay, and then we have some links over here. So when you, there is a image, when you click on image, we are going to redirect to one more page and we are getting some other web page loaded. So how can we get those information? So those things we are going to call as anchor tags. So anchor tags are mainly used to link between different web pages or link in a same web page. Okay, so how can I link between different web pages? So I have some Google text. So whenever I have a Google text, whenever I click on this thing, whenever I click on this Google text, okay, I need to go for a Google page. So how can I get those? So for that, I am going to have anchor tag A, and we need to enclose in the anchor tag. Okay, and now if you see here, you don't see any difference to the old and new, because we have just provided anchor tag, what to where it need to link and where it need to open the Google page, that we have not provided any information. So how can I provide those information? Okay, how can I provide those information? By using the HTML attributes, we can provide those information. So href is the link address where your page need to redirect, so by providing href, so what, to which page I need to redirect, that I need to give, I need to redirect to google.com. I'll copy this and I'll paste here. So whenever you click on this Google image, I need to go for google.com page, Google text. So if you refresh this my browser, see here, now you have a anchor tag with underline. Previously I don't have underline. So when you have it underline, okay, the default behavior of the anchor tag is, if you provide an anchor tag with href, you will get an underscore as a default behavior, which tells it is a clickable text. So now if you see, these are all clickable. When you click on this thing, when you mouse over, you can see a hand signal, and then when you click on this thing, it is redirected to google.com. Okay, it will redirect to google.com. And the next thing, so if you see here, have you ever seen few of the websites, when you click on this one, normally what you try, when you, if you want to open Gmail in a separate tag, image in separate tag, with control command, if you click on this one, it will open in a new tab. Okay, it will open in a new tab. So how can we achieve this thing with the, again, is achieved with this thing. So we have a concept that is called an HTML attribute that is called target. Okay, this target tells where it need to open a new, where it to open a this current google.com. So target by default, if you are not providing, it takes underscore self. Okay, it takes target underscore self. So what is trying to tell, in the same page, self means same page, in the same page execute, in the same page get the new page which you are trying to click on it. Okay, those things we are going to get over here. So if I execute this thing, in the same page we are getting the content. Okay, and then if you provide a target as different, so what I am going to do here is, target I am going to provide underscore blank. If I execute the same page again, and if you click on google.com, what happened? So previous and now are same thing, but what happened, I have modified the target. So when I modify this target, what is happening? Whenever you click on the Google, it is opening in a new tab. Okay, it is opening in a new tab. So like this, we can provide some extra functionality, extra information to the HTML elements by using the HTML elements by using the what? By using attributes. Those are couple of HTML targets. Those are like underscore self, underscore blank, underscore parent, underscore top. So underscore parent and underscore top, as of now we are not going to use. Those things we are used to have in HTML4 versions. We have a frame concept. So there you can divide a page into multiple frames and you can do it. That time we are going to use those concepts. So as of now we are not going to use those things. Okay. Now, suppose for this image also, I need to have a link. So what I can do, I can, in HTML, the beauty of HTML is you can do a parent and child relation. You can enclose one HTML tag in one more HTML tag and you can do the stuff. So what I can do, this image, for this image, I am going to write an anchor tag. So I am enclosing in a anchor tag. So even I click on this image, okay, even I click on the image, I need to go for google.com. So if I refresh this page and then I close all these things, I'm clicking on the image, again, you are opening a new tab. Okay, Like this, you can provide link, or you can have merging different HTML elements in one other, and we can see the content. Okay, this is an HTML link. Got it? Any questions still here? Now, if you see the concept over here, the same page, you may have couple of unknown things. What are all those unknown things? See here. If you see here, this HTML H1 to H6, okay, are all coming in one line, and this Google image and Google text are not coming in one line. Those are one after other coming. Okay, why those are coming like this? So we need to enclose. See, I have an image. Okay, I have an image that to the image I'm going to add anchor tag as its parent. Okay, I'm going to nest it in image tag. Okay, I have an anchor tag. Then in that anchor tag, I'm going to inside the anchor tag. So instead of text, I'm going to provide an image over here so that you can get an image link with anchor tag. Okay, image is linked with anchor. Now you see here, this image anchor tags are not coming, are coming in a single lines, but H1 to H6 are coming in new lines. And I have one more concept here. There is a paragraph. If you wanted to write some data in a paragraph, we are going to use paragraph. This is a para. If I execute this thing, this paragraph also coming in new line. Okay, so what are all those things? Why those are coming in new line? Why normal things are, why few tags are coming in new line and few are coming in same line? So this concept we are going to call as inline elements and block level elements. Okay, inline elements and block level elements. So what is an inline element? What is a block level element? Okay, what is an inline element and what is a block level element? A block level element means it tells to the browser, it tells to the execution saying that whenever an element is executing on the browser, it has to start from a new line. It has to start from a new line. And once the element is ended, once the content in that element is ended, we close the tag. What happens is it will take the whole line and it will block for it. And then whatever the next content is coming will go to the new line. Okay, it's going to be coming in the new line. Okay, so that is the thing. If you see here, if you inspect this element, see here what you are seeing. The total row is blocked for this H1 tag. So what, even the content is ended, the whole line is taken. So this is the thing. So whenever a block level element is there, it tells to the browser, I am going to start from a new line. Once the content in my HTML tag is ended, I will occupy the total row, and then whatever the next content is coming will be coming in next line. So that's reason if you see H1, H2, H3, all this content are coming in new lines. But if you see this image tag and anchor tag, those are not block level elements. Those are inline elements. So what is an inline element? Inline element is nothing but whenever the content is ended by a HTML tag, that's it. It will end that place itself. The image is ended over here. So after this thing, whatever the element is coming, those will be placed in, and you can able to see the content. Okay, you can able to see the content. That's reason image is coming as soon as, sorry, Google anchor tag link is coming as soon as image is completed. So this is going to be a inline element. So H1, H2 paragraph and couple of things, div is going to be a block level element. Span, image, at anchor tags, those we are going to call as the inline elements, because once that element placed on the browser and the execution over, after that you can have one more element and you can fill the page. But block level elements, it will restrict, saying that I'll start from a new line and my content is ended, I'll block whole row and I'll go to the next. Whatever the content is going to start, it has to start from the next line. So that's reason after Google link, there is a much space over here, but this space is not used because paragraph is also a block level element. It will go to the new line and start execute. Suppose if you provide one more anchor tag over here, you can provide one more anchor tag, money anchor tags. You can see all are coming one after other, one after other. But this paragraph is coming in a new line because paragraph is a block level elements. Okay. So to display content in inline elements and block level elements, even we don't have any tags associated with them, we wanted to display sample content and we want to display them, we are going to use divs and span. So I'm just having here, this is my first line, this is my second line, this is my third line, and then what I'll do here, this is fourth line, first fourth line content, and again I have, this is my fourth line second content. So like this I have displayed couple of text, and if I execute, everything is coming in a single line. So now how can you make sure those comes in a block level and inline? So as I said, we can use div tags as well as span tags to get this information. So if I use div tag here and end with the div tag, see here, you can see this is my first line. Again, if you provide this in a div tag, you can see this is a second line. If you provide this one again in div tag, this is a third line. But here fourth line, I have content and I have content. If you provide in a div tag, it will go to the fifth line. So to overcome the situation, span I am going to provide, and span I am going to provide. If I execute these things, will be saying in the staying in the same line, and you have the content. Okay, got it. So this is going to be a inline and block level elements. Okay, and then, so what is the use of inline elements and block level elements as of now in this case? So now I have created on the same pages, same lines, and I am showing, I am displaying. So how we are going to provide What is the use of providing divs and span and making them separate? Simple example, I want to provide for this fourth line, I want to provide some look and feel for those. Okay. So if you want to provide some look and feel, normally we are going to provide with CSS. We'll see simple thing with the CSS. Yeah, that's what I'm telling. Why span? See, if I don't have span over here, okay, if I don't have span and you wanted to assign some coloring, you want to provide some styling and everything for them. So how can I provide? By using the span tags, we can provide. So I'll show you simple CSS example by using inline. So later when CSS comes, we'll go to the in-depth. Okay. I want to provide some coloring for this div tags and span tags. Okay. Div tag and span tag. Suppose I have provided span tag. I'll remove this span tag as of now to make sure you understand. So for this body, I'm going to provide style color as red. So if I wanted to provide some CSS for any HTML tags, again we are going to use attribute, that is style attribute. Okay, by using the style attributes, we can provide some look and feel for a HTML element. So when you are providing an attribute, inside attribute, how can you provide the styling? So again here we are going to have one more key value pair. So here we are going to have the attribute name and attribute value. So attribute name is color. Okay, attribute name is color. And what type of color you are going to display? You are going to display as a red color. Okay, we are going to get as a red color. So if I execute this thing, whole HTML page is coming in red color, but that is not actual we need. Some places we need red color, some places we need blue, some places we need yellow. So like this we can add different colors. So that's reason I'm going to add spans over here. I can differentiate the content in the same line. I can provide. So here I'm doing a style color and red. So I'm going to provide the, what is the style? I'm going to provide color. I'm going to provide in red color, and then I'm going to provide style color. And then for this line, if I want to provide style, okay, I can provide by using div. But when you provide div, there are two contents. So how can you differentiate? When you differentiate the two into two divs, those are block level elements, those will be going to next line. So that's reason I am going to provide a span tag for this, and again one more span tag for this. And I am going to provide some styling color green, style color. If I execute this thing, see here, this content is coming in one color and this content is coming in one more color. Okay, like this we can have guys, please make sure what you are writing on the chart window. Okay. Please make sure writing a clear content. So like this, we can provide with div tags and span tags. Okay. Now, this is about inline elements and block level elements, and we have images, we have anchor tags, we can provide text with H1 to H6 and different ways we can provide. Okay, and the next thing. So what we are going to see in the next thing. So if you wanted to, if you see your any of the Word document, everything, you can provide content in the ordered list and unordered list. Sorry, content in a numbering format 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or dot format, we can have the content. So how can we do the same thing over here? Okay, how can we do the same thing over here? So by using the ordered list and unordered list concept, we can do those things. Okay, so we have a unordered list UL, which will be the content don't have any order, it will just display with the. So how a different contents we can write it. So simple example, I need to provide 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can see 1, 2, 3 is coming, but how can you get into different lines? So we can have one more HTML attribute over, sorry, one more HTML tag over here to get those content. So UL means unordered list. So I can provide list over here. I have one more HTML element that is called list. It tells this is the first list. If you provide two, it will tell the second list. It tells the third list. If I execute this thing, sorry, li, not li means list. If I execute this thing, you can see 1, 2, 3, and you can see a round circle over here, and then we can see different lists over here. So this is going to be the unordered list. Okay, so in this unordered list, as of now, we are seeing a round circle. Okay, we can provide different type of unordered list over here. So if you see on a HTML pages, some places you can see tick mark and some hyphens, and I have some other things. Those things we can achieve by using CSS. But in a HTML, we are going to have basic concepts. Those are going to be provided with list style. Okay, disk. If you provide disk, the same thing. It is a default behavior of the, and then we have circle. You can get a, sorry, list style. Okay, sorry, this is not the way. Style list style type, style type, disk, and then you have circle. See here, you are getting a circle over here. Like this we are going to have, and we can provide square. If you provide a square, you can see a square. Suppose you don't want to display anything over here, you can provide none. So you won't see anything over here. And then here we have list style type, correct? Like this we are going to have one more, that is called list type image. By using this image, we can use some image and we can display the content. Okay, I'll take this copy image address. So this image is not taking care because of some, this image is not taking up. Normally we use list style image and we can get the image. We can do by using CSS. When CSS comes, we'll see that concept. Okay, this is going to be list type for unordered list. So same thing, why can be done by using the ordered list. So ordered list is by providing the numbering. So OL is an ordered list. Okay, and here I am not going to provide as of now any list type. If execute, you can see 1, 2, 3. Okay, now if you want to provide some different type of list typing, have you seen we can have ABCDs as well as we can have what we can have numbering also, as well as we can have Roman numbers also. I can provide type as 1. If you provide 1, data will come in 1, 2, 3s. If you want to provide Roman numbers, I need to provide capital I. Capital I means it is a Roman format and you can see Roman letters over here. If you provide small I, it will come in a lower case. Okay, and if you provide A, you can see ordering from A, B, C, D, E, F like that. Okay, and now you'll get a doubt. Suppose I have provided 40 list over here. I am providing A. What I'll get? A, B, C, D. So again it will start from A, B, C, D. Okay, like this you can have the ordered list and unordered list. Okay, and this list also we can include one another. I can just take this ordered list and I'll keep in this li over here. I can nest the lists also. Again for 1 I am going to provide 0, I am going 1 I am going to provide 2, I am going to provide. See here, you can see a clear structure. Okay, I can provide 1 over here, I can provide Roman letter over here, and I can provide A over. If I execute, you can see different type of thing. So ordered lists, we are going to have Roman letters A and ones. Unordered list, we are going to have square, circle and disk. Start attributor. See, there is no any start attribute as of now. So this attribute comes by using the numbering format. Okay. So normally the start attribute nothing but as of now you are going to provide start here, correct? So by providing as of now your numbering is starting from 1 onwards. Suppose you wanted to provide with a predefined numbering. Okay, I want to start from 100. Then you can provide 100 over here. This is the start attribute. There is a nothing difference. So we are going to provide some predefined numbering for this. Okay, predefined numbering for that, so that you can get this predefined numbering format. Okay, predefined numbering format. This works only with the ordered list with numbering format, not with ABCDs or any other things. Okay, this is the way we can provide ordered list and unordered list. So any questions over here? Fine. We'll go to one more important concept now. That is this anchor tags only. Start of the page. Okay, I have an anchor link. This is start of this page. Have you ever seen on your web pages when you are going to write a, you are going to see single page website, okay? So if you want to make two developments sit side by side, we can use concept of overriding the inline block level elements to inline element by using CSS. We are going to do that. I'll explain you once it comes to CSS. Okay, by using the style attribute, I can override style type as block or inline, and I can override the style. Okay. Now I have, if you see, there are many websites recent days, they are doing with single page websites. So what is a single page website? You have home, about us, contact us, all the links will be on the simple web one page. When you're scrolling down, you can see everything on the same page. But each and every time you can't scroll it. What you'll do, you'll click on about us or contact us or something, so that that will be directly pointed to the page. Okay, so how these things are happening? So in HTML, you can identify any element on the page by using an attribute that is called ID. Okay, that is called ID. So what is an ID? Okay, what is an ID? So an ID is nothing but an unique identification on HTML page. Okay, see here, I'm writing multiple things over here. Home, about, contact. So I have three links over here: home, about, and contact. So when you click on this one, it is not doing anything. It is coming to the same page because I have not provided any linking. Now, what I am trying to do here is, before transition, we'll see one more concept. So the concept is, in HTML, how many spaces you provide, okay, n number of spaces you provide, it treats as a single space. N number of spaces you provide, HTML takes as a single space. So then how can I provide spaces, or how can I provide new lines? So to provide spaces, we are going to use HTML entity called ampersand NBSP. Okay, regarding this ampersand NPSP, I'll give you few more examples in the next class, but as of now, I'll explain this ampersand NPSP. Ampersand NBSP means this is an entity code. So by using these entity codes, we can provide multiple spaces. See here, sample data. See here, there are now you have multiple spaces. A number of how many number of NBSPs you are given, that many spaces it will take. Suppose you wanted to provide multiple lines. What we can use? We have a tag that is called break. Break means it will create new line. Whenever the content is ended, it will go to the new line. See, I am going to provide break over here. See here, for each and every content onwards, the line will break. And then we can provide a number of breaks. You can provide a number of breaks so that a number of break lines will come. So if I execute this thing, see here, see here, the content is coming with multiple spaces. Okay. So there is no closing tag for the break because break means new line. That's the reason I have provided here. You can see the slash. It means that this is a, it tells there is no ending tag. It tells there is no ending tag. It will take one line and it will break it. So now what I'm doing here is I'm going to provide home page. Okay. And then what I'm trying to do here is see, about us page, and then contact. See here, if I execute this page, I can see home page over here. Okay, I can see home page, and then I can see about us page here, and I can see contact us page. So every time you need to scroll each and every line item, each and every from starting to ending to find where is my starting, where is my ending. So how can I move to the page directly? Okay, how can I move to the page directly? So for that, I am going to have an ID concept. By using this ID, I can uniquely identify the element on a page. So I am going to provide ID for this, ID as home page, and then same like this, I am going to provide ID as contact, and I am going to provide ID as about us. So by using these IDs, we can able to easily identify element. So ID, again, thing is ID has to be unique. ID has to be unique. So how can I provide those IDs? So AHREF, by providing hash, we can identify the IDs. Hash home, hash about us, and then hash contact, so that I can identify the ID on the page. By providing hash, I can identify the element. So if you refresh this page and execute, if you click on contact, where my page is moved, I move to the contact. If I click on about us, I move to contact, because ID is the unique identifier to find an HTML page, to find an HTML element on the page. So by using those things, I can able to identify. Click on contact, you are going to contact because you have provided ID. Wherever the ID is there, that my current page is going to point. Okay, and I click on about, it is going to point. Click on home, this is the home, correct? There it is. So like this, by using the IDs, you can create single page application, single page website, and you can keep everything on the single page itself. Okay, this is the concept of IDs. Okay, so clear. These are all the main basic HTML elements and few of the things. Okay, and in the next class we are going to see about some of the, these are all like static HTML pages. Okay, these are all the static HTML pages, so you can just provide some content you are displaying. So in the next class we are going to see interactive web pages. How can you, how as a user, how can we enter some data into the HTML page? As of now we are just seeing HTML page. So how we are going to enter some data into the HTML page and how we are going to submit, those things we will see in the next class. Okay. Okay guys, thank you. Thank you very much. We'll see in tomorrow's class. Not tomorrow, the schedule, whatever the schedule, based on the schedule, we'll start the next class. Okay. Bye everyone. Have a great day.